Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to talk about is the evacuation bag. Stick around. Alright guys, if you're like me, you've been watching the news, you know that Ukraine is under attack by Russia. It doesn't mean that it can't happen here in the United States. We've been planning on this for quite some time now. Russia is a major superpower, and so are we. So I try to put this bag into perspective where if I was the person that was getting attacked, sort of like a 1980s Wolverine kind of movie, what would I want in my bag? All right, so I tried to go as light as possible, but I'm going to be honest with you. You can't put all the stuff that you need inside this bag in order to sustain yourself for a long time. If you watch the news right now, you have a lot of people with suitcases and grocery bags and just packing up carts. They're packing up trains. They're also stuck on the side of the highway. There's nowhere to go. So foot traffic is the way to go. And it looks to me like people are walking to the train station or the rail station, getting on a bus, and they're trying to get out of the danger zone, out of those hot areas where the Russians are coming in. So what I'm going to do is I put this bag together similar to my get home bag, added some stuff, took away some stuff. And again, a lot of this is going to be very, very subjective. I also want you to understand that I'm setting up my new microphone here, so if the audio is a little bit off, I'm still kind of tweaking that. I really appreciate that. Guys, any of the stuff that you see here on this table will be on my Amazon store. I am an Amazon affiliate, and that's one of the ways to support this channel. If you want to become a Patreon member, it only costs you $1 a month, and what I'll do for you is I'm going to upload all these videos, including this one, as soon as possible. So early viewer membership gets to binge watch all my videos across 3 platforms. So thank you very much for that. Check the links down below, add your comments, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it, and also subscribe. So let's get into this. All right, guys. So I don't want you to get too hooked up on the bag itself. This happens to be my Black Hawk 3-day assault bag. It does have a water bladder in it. I'm not going to go over the bag too much, but I've been rocking this bag for a very long time. I'm not so much worried about the gray man aspect, okay? I understand that if you are in an emergency situation, sort of like the riots that we had not too long ago, maybe a Hurricane Katrina, that type of thing, you're evacing, you're leaving the area for an unknown time. I don't like to say 72-hour bag because we really don't know how long we're going to be away. We're taking whatever we can with us, putting it on our backs, and leaving the area, okay? Hopefully it's not as bad as Russia or Katrina, but we need to get the hell out of Dodge. So some of the things that I would pack is identification. Make sure you have pictures of your family. Make sure you have good contact with your family. Hopefully you're with your family. If you watched one of the news clips, what they did is some of all the men are staying behind and the women and children are leaving the cities. I think that's kind of heartbreaking, but I kind of understand that. They need a home to come back to, so that's why the men are doing that. They're sending their loved ones away, hopefully to live with relatives in the mountains, and then what they're going to do is the men are going to come back and don on their kit and go to work. So good on you. God bless you guys for sticking it out. So some of the things that I'm going to put in the bag, I laid out a lot of this stuff here. Again, it might apply to you. Now, I'm a city dweller. Most people in Ukraine are city dwellers, or they're fighting for the capital, which is in a city and urban environment. I want you to keep that in mind because where you live would be completely different. It's not where I live. Where you live, you'll have maybe a lot more woods, a lot more streams, a lot more rivers, that kind of thing. So let's get into it with some of the clothing. Now, I'm going to have whatever I'm wearing for the day. Obviously, right now it's March, it's cold out, so I'm going to have cold weather gear. What I plan to do is have a couple pair of good wool socks. I think that's extremely important. Have wool socks in there. I'm just going to put stuff down by the side. Have a change of clothing. I know a lot of people will probably forgo this part, but a change of clothing is important because you're going to get wet, you're going to get sweaty, you're going to get cold, and the worst thing you can do is be wet and try to sleep, especially if you're in a cold climate. You will probably freeze, you will get hypothermic, you will not have a good night of it. So Have a dry kit and a wet kit. I think I've already went over this on some of my previous videos. Basically, everything that you sleep in remains dry inside a waterproof bag. That's the stuff you sleep in. Your day kit is everything that's wet, muck, disgusting, all that kind of stuff. So switch out, have a good set of clothes to change into. A hat, have a good hat. Now the hat, this is, like I said, it's cold out. This is a beanie. If it was during the summer, I would probably be wearing a ball cap. Shema, any type of shema. This happens to be the 24 by 24. It's in all black. You want to get camo and be kitted out, then go by all means do it. Just something to cover your face. This is good for first aid and a whole bunch of other good things, so have that. Gloves, let's talk a little bit about gloves. Have a set of work gloves. It doesn't matter what type they are. This happens to be mechanics. I like these because they are leather lined and they're a little bit more durable than the regular mechanical gloves that you see people use for, like, you know, guns and stuff like that. So again, mechanics gloves or something of heavy leather, because you're going to deal with fire, you're going to deal with sharp objects, and you want to be able to protect your hands. If it's cold out, get a pair of heavy duty leather lined cold weather gloves. These are very, very good gloves. These are Wells Lament. These were a gift. They're actually thin insulated, they're waterproof, and they do have leather lining, so you don't have to put both in the kit, just make a choice. As far as cover, I'm talking a little bit about where you're going to sleep, how you're going to sleep. This is an SOE bivy. It is not sufficient. I also have in my car wool blankets. You want to pack a sleeping bag, pack a sleeping bag. But we're talking about being light. It's very difficult to be light if you're packing a sleeping bag, but you know, they always say pack light, freeze at night. So try to have something substantial, something to sleep in, something to have over your head, and something to sleep on top of, and this way you'll be covered. In an urban environment, you're probably going to find a building, but again, concrete gets very, very cold. Trust me, I know about this. You can sleep in your car, okay, I get it, it's a little bit warmer, but now you're more of a target. All right, we got to talk a little bit more about being clandestine and very, very careful. So have that. Rain poncho, obviously for rain, but it can also be set up as a shelter, a tarp. I also have my 550 cord in there, guys. So I have not one but two hanks of 550 cord, and the reason I put that in there, very simply, is if I'm caught out in the rain, I need rain protection, I got it right here. But I could also set up as a quickie shelter, and it is in camouflage. Again, do you want to be covert, or are you trying to be found? You'll see some of this stuff is in orange, some of it is in camo. To each his own, get what you kind of need. Medical kits. I have two medical kits. All right, so this one is for trauma. It's specifically for trauma. The only thing that's in there is an Izzy bandage, some quick clot, a trauma shear, and my cat tourniquet. That's it. I want them separated. The idea is you're going to wear this on your belt for trauma in case you get shot, hurt, injured. And this is my Boo Boo Ouch kit. This is Medical Kits Mountain Series, 2 people. It's the hiker version. What I like about the hiker version is it comes with a lot of moleskin, it comes with pain aids, diarrhea, that kind of thing, blisters. That's basically what you're going to be getting. If you're humping a long time, if you're moving around with a pack on your back, you're going to need some type of Boo Boo Ouch kit. You don't want to be infected or have your feet get destroyed, because then it's no good. Any medication that you take on a regular basis, please have that, have extra. Ask your doctor for extra. I always have extra on me. So I suffer from high blood pressure. I mean, honestly, I'm going to have high blood pressure if I'm getting attacked. But those type of things can be handled. If you have other medical aids, especially for your children or maybe your dog or whatever, make sure you pack that as well. Okay, we'll get into fire in a second. Last, as far as comfort items, and this is not really a comfort item, this is a hygiene kit, and it is loaded with hygiene. So bath towel, wet ones to go to the bathroom with, bar of soap. Get something that's antibacterial. You don't need to smell good, you need to kill the germs. So antibacterial. Some people like to use the liquid all-in-one soaps, and those are really good. The problem is if the bottle breaks, now you have nothing. You have no soap to wash yourself with. So I always stick with the bar. Some razors, mouthwash, toothbrush. And I know this kind of sounds silly, like if I'm really running and gunning and I have to get out of there, do I really want any hygiene products? And here's what I'm going to tell you. Brushing your teeth in the worst miserable climate that you can be in, and you wake up and you have that nice toothpaste and your mouth feels fresh and you can get a fresh shave, maybe wash up a little bit, will make you feel like $1 million, even if you're starving. I don't know what it is, but just being clean makes you feel so much better. So it's a morale booster. It keeps your skin clean, keeps your mouth clean, away from infection. Infection's going to be huge, guys. Remember, if you don't have any water, if there's no running water, if you haven't eaten in a couple days, you are susceptible. Your immune system goes down, and now you are susceptible. So hygiene is going to be paramount. Okay. Know where you're going, guys. All right, so I always try to pack a compass. This compass also has a whistle on it. This is my Suunto A10. You can use GPS. My watch actually is a GPS, compass, barometer, altimeter. I have all the bells and whistles, but eventually that thing will die. So I always try to have something that's analog. Have the maps of your city, have the transit and MTA maps, and also have a map of your state. Now, somebody might say, well, why the hell would you want a map of the subways in your city? Why? Because right now, Ukrainians are using them for bomb shelters. Okay, so if you don't know where it is, let's say you are a city dweller, but you drive every day, or you drive above ground. Now it is no longer an option. And if you're not familiar with the area, now you have a map that tells you every single stop in the subway where you can go and take cover or take shelter. All right, so have a map of the subways. Yes, when they go back up online, you could use those as well, but honestly, it's more of a bomb shelter, or if you have to shelter in place, there's nothing wrong with going underground. People have been doing it for years, since World War II, and have been safe. Okay, food, real quick. You want to have some type of food that's on the go that you don't have to cook. You can get MREs, you can get Cliff Bars, you can use the SOS stuff, anything that's going to produce calories. If you're moving for miles, whatever it is, you're going to have to replenish those calories. You don't have time to hunt, you don't have time to fish, you're going to have to eat eventually. All right, so you can go a pretty long time without food, but if you're humping all this kit and this gear, let's say you have a fighting load, you have a rifle, you're trying to defend your country, that kind of thing, and now you're in the middle of this war-torn city, you have to find food. Stores aren't going to help you, people aren't going to help you, you have to carry it with you. All right, so I also recommend these. These are really lightweight. I don't care if you go with Mountain House or what's this, Peak Refuel, and this one is Ready Wise or Wise Foods, that kind of thing. I really don't care about what flavor you go with, but the thing is, if it's going to take time to cook, it's going to take time. So what I would do is I would fill this up with water, seal it down, put it in my pocket, wait for all the pasta and the juices to kind of shake up and get moist, and then when I found a spot that I was secluded and secure, then I would eat it. Okay, so that's why I like these. You could also reuse the bags if you want to, but get food that you can have on the move. All right, speaking of food, we also have water. You already saw my water bladder. You're gonna need a way to clean your water. I like the Sawyer Mini. It also comes with a bag and a straw. Everybody has seen these. You can get them really cheap on Amazon. They have different versions of it. They have the ones with the bottle in it. They have the ones, what I like about this is that I can actually use the Sawyer Mini, connect it to my water bladder, and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about it. I just cut one side, cut the other side, put it in the inline tube, put dirty water in there, and I can use it, and I don't have to worry about it. It's like 100,000 uses or something like that for just one little filter, so that's excellent. Iodine tablets or anything else is fine. Also, as a container, what I like to use is just a regular single-walled metal container. So this one is the Nalgene Bottle. I think this is, I forget what size it is, but I'll annotate that. Single wall. This one is empty. What I like about this one is you can take this piece off, which is the cap, and you can hang it if you needed to boil water. Speaking of boiling water, I got my fish hook spreader in there. You just put it on the inside of this. You can hang it over a fire. I also have my nesting cup in there, so this is going to be my little mess kit. And I also have my Toke's spork. All right, so all that fits in there. And I also have, I don't know if you could see this, a little bit of an aluminum foil in there. So if I have to make a fire, I can make a windscreen out of it. So I put this all together in this nice little survival Nalgene cup thingy, pouch, if you will. This is not an expensive one. This one I think is made from Fire Forces tactical gear. You get it on Amazon. Again, I'm going to put all the links for all this stuff down below so you don't have to worry about it. It is MOLLE capable, but what you could do is you can put it on your belt if you want to wear it on your belt like a canteen, or you could string some 550 cord through there and wear it like a satchel. All right, so I have my whole water kit in here in case I need it. All right. Lastly, about food, I would recommend some type of stimulants. Guys, I drink a lot of coffee, a lot of teas. Coffee and tea is in there. The worst thing you can do is get a coffee headache in the middle of combat. Trust me, I know. Also, banana bag, anything that is going to increase your salts, your sugars on the quick. You could also use in there, I got bouillon cubes, so that's another thing for salts. Cocoa, coffee, anything that's going to help you out to give you that sugar boost or that caffeine kick. And believe me, it might sound like kind of silly because you're like big tough guy, whatever it is. Food is great, you need that, but you also are accustomed to these kind of stimulants, and you're going to want that. If you have to wean yourself off, just wean yourself off. All right, that's kind of the best way to do it. Electronics. This is my electronics bag. This bag I got, it's called a flat pack. I got it from SOE. SOE makes really good stuff. Inside here, I have my headlamp. All right, this is my True Night headlamp. This thing is super bright. I love this thing. Again, rechargeable batteries are better than regular batteries, but you still need a power source. So in here, I have my power source, which is my battery. This is my Anchor battery. Again, they make really cool batteries now. This one's kind of old, but it works. Also, I have in here all my other, let me just take a look in there in that bag. So all the different type of plugs and switches that I need to make all this kit work. I also have a solar charger battery. All right, this is the Zool. All right, so this will actually charge up your phone. Again, will your phone work? I don't know. It just depends. Like, you are basically E&Ing out of a hostile country, so you want to have that on hand. Plugs. All right, so for your vehicle, if it still works. Some of these multi-plugs are really cool, so if you needed a USB and you have 3 at the end. So I have my Apple, I have the Mini, and I have my USB-C. So stuff like that, headphones, that kind of stuff. This is kind of important. Have your documentation on a zip drive or zip drive, wow. Have your documentation on a USB drive, okay? Zip drives, they don't even make those anymore. USB drive. So you decide what you want to do. If you want to scan your documents or have your documents, this is a lot easier to carry than to carry a whole folder, all right? This is really, really tiny. This is 16 gigabytes. They make them in, I don't know, 120, 250 gigabytes, whatever it is. You get the one that you want, but again, what I like to keep on there is everything that I have that's in paper. So any mortgage paperwork, any vehicle registration, that kind of stuff, pictures of my family, birth certificates, stuff that I need, military paperwork, banking statements, just the most recent stuff. Take pictures, upload it there, and now I have it with me. Okay, so if anybody has to ID me or I need to have proof, I now have proof. Okay, all right. N95 Ppe, definite, that's a must right now. Again, if you're walking through a war-torn area, you're probably gonna have to This is not even for COVID, all right? You're more worried about debris and all kinds of nasty stuff. N95 or N100s are really good. Black plastic bags or drum liners, that's kind of a no-brainer. You're gonna use one to line the inside of your pack, whichever pack you decide to use, to waterproof it, and then the rest of the stuff can be used for your clothing. Again, I can't tell you how good plastic is. Plastic is amazing. You could also use it for shelter building. Something to write with. All right, this is my Write in the Rain. See how small it is, all right? I don't need to write a novel unless I want to write a novel, and then I would get something bigger, but just something to write with. It works really good with the maps if you're trying to jot things down. When you are not thinking straight, you need to write things down. Trust me, you don't have food, you don't have water, you're scared out of your wits, you're probably going to want to write a couple things down, okay? Duct tape, no brainer, right? Chem sticks in case your flashlight or your lighting things don't work anymore. Silcock Key, all right, in an urban environment, this thing is gold. You can also use a Leatherman, but the Silcock Key, if you don't know, any major metropolis, large building, or let's say hospital or fire station, something like that, they will have spigots. Those spigots will not have the handles on them because people steal water. I know. So you'll have one of these, and then what you can do is use this to open it up and then close it off. You're good to go. This is a glass breaker. All right, so it's a very lightweight glass break. It also has a seatbelt cutter, and what's cool about this is it could just pull off and you can use it as a seatbelt cutter. But ideally, what I'm using this for is to break glass. It's very, very simple. You just push the glass here. I'm not gonna do it because I know it hurts. And you just push it and a spring shoots out and shatters the glass. You don't have to swing an axe or anything like that. Just hit it on the side. Again, think about what you might need this for. If you're in a really bad situation, who knows, maybe you have to get into a building or something like that, this will work, okay? Extra lighter, Silcock Key. Here's a nice one right here. Etsy breeching. This is etsybreeching.com. All right, this is a breeching tool. Notice how thin and lightweight this is. All right, really cool. They're not that expensive. I think they're like $20 or something like that, 25 bucks. Made in the USA. Notice how it has this nice curve. Again, these type of things you cannot make in the wild. This is hard tempered steel, and if you need to jimmy or get yourself into some type of shelter, this doesn't weigh a lot of weight. And again, I'm trying to go really lightweight. Leatherman multi-tool, obviously. All right, this is the Leatherman Wave. You decide which one you want to carry, or the Wave Plus. This is the newest one. I do like the Leatherman Wave. I also carry quite a few, but if you're not going to carry this on your belt, at least have it inside your bag because you're definitely going to need this. All right. Let's talk about a couple force options right here. This is bear spray. Inside here is the holster that I make. So if you're not familiar, a lot of these bear sprays come with a really crappy elastic. It's just junk. Everything winds up falling out. They do have some Condora models, which other companies make. But if you go to Three River Kydex, support the channel, I will make you one of these. These are on the website right now. It is a belt carry configuration, but if you wanted me to put a molly to carry it on a vest or on a backpack, I would do that. I do not sell this. This you can buy in any gun store or any outdoor store. All right, this is bear spray. So you might say, why bear spray instead of pepper spray? It's basically the same thing. The difference is that this has like a 30 to 40 feet throw, and there's a lot more in here. So the idea behind this is if I am being surrounded by a bunch of people, I could kind of fog bog them and get the hell out of there, right? I'm looking at escape and evasion. I'm not looking to fight. I want to get out of there as fast as possible. And believe me, bear spray works on humans as well. So if you want this, go to Three River Kydex. If you want this, I will put a link down below, and you go to Amazon and you can buy it from there. So that's a non-lethal option, okay? Another option, force continuum. Again, I'm gonna have my pistol on me. These are Glock 17 magazines. I carry either a 26 or a 19 most of the time. That's why I have 17s, because they will still fit inside the gun. So I have multiple options. I don't want to get into a gunfight. I'm trying to leave the area. However, if I'm forced to survive and to defend myself, at least I have extra ammunition to do that. Again, if you're going to leave this ammunition inside of a bag, make sure that bag is secure. Make sure nobody has access to it. All right, let's talk about blades. This is the Turk. This is one of my blades. So obviously, Three River blades, Three Rivers Survival, Three River Kydex. Yeah, I'm throwing some stuff out there. However, this is a fantastic survival knife. All right, this is a beefy knife. You can look at the size right there. That is a 1/4 of an inch thick of D2 steel, hollow grind. If you notice the point on that, all right, that's basically a crowbar. All right, this was made for survival, for aircraft crew members or somebody that's trying to get through a fuselage or something like that. You can actually punch through aluminum with this. This is a heavy duty survival knife, lanyard hole in the back, and man, this thing is awesome. So if you want one, it's called the Turk. Go to Three River Blades and I'll make you one. All right, it's that simple. It does come with a black Kydex sheath, and it does come with the tech lock. This is a cheap tech lock, but I have better tech locks for you guys. So if you want that, go to Three River Blades. I will make you one of these. Handle selection is up to you. Really comfortable, heavy duty blade. Fixed knives for me, blades in a survival situation is better. You can use it for surviving. Obviously, you can make traps with it. You can gut game with it. You can hurt people with it if you needed to, all that kind of stuff. And I typically carry a folding knife anyway. Plus, I have my Leatherman, so if I needed a smaller knife, I kind of still have it. All right, now I know someone's going to say you don't have fire, you don't have signal, you don't have this, you don't have that. Well, you're wrong, I do. This is my Three River Blades Survival Tin. This is based off the Lofty Wiseman, and if you don't know who he is, he's a excellent British SAS, former SAS guy, and he lived by these survival tins, and he'll tell you the whole story. Anyway, I built a 20-piece kit inside here. Again, if you go to threeriverblades.com, I will sell you this kit. Prices and all the information is up there. You can go take a look at what's there. Again, I have extra tape, I have water purification, I have button compass. Not that you don't already have one, but if you needed it, you got it. We're talking about signaling, so there's mirrors in there. There's another lighter in there. There's fire starting material in there. All right, so a lot of different things inside this little kit. So these are a little bit redundant. But again, if you just wanted the kit, it would be completely covered. And that's what I mean about survival tins. They work well with other stuff. And if this is all you had and you had to throw it in your pocket, at least you had something, all right? So let's finish up here. All right, guys, so lastly, I just want to cover that if you needed to E&E, if you need to get out of a war-torn situation, you do very well with what you have here. Your location, your climate, your experience, whatever you can carry, physically can carry. It's better to have this than to have nothing at all. I mean, honestly, if you want the kit, you know, you want the survival tin, I'll sell that to you, no big deal. I will send it anywhere, don't worry about it. You live in China, you live in Ukraine, I'll send you these kits, okay? But understand that, you know, survival is, you know what you need, get the hell out of the area, and try to protect yourself as much as possible. Food, water, shelter, medical, protection, navigation, get the hell out of Dodge. All right, guys, so if you like this video and you want to see more of these videos, please like, subscribe, share, go to all the links below. I'm going to have the links to all this stuff, so don't worry if you missed it. You can rewind this video and go back and check out what I have. But thank you very much, guys, and as always, please stay safe.